Are you still at work, Luther? I'll just text you what I need to tell you. It's about my business trip to Okinawa that I was supposed to come home from today. My flight was delayed because of the typhoon, so I'm going to be staying here for 1 more month. Also, Ellen's going to be coming home from school early because of the typhoon. She's going to be home earlier than usual, so take care of her, okay? Can you talk right now, Mrs. Banks? Oh, hi, Alexa. Did the typhoon hit there as well? Yup. It looks like the real storm is yet to begin. But already the weather is getting rough. That reminds me. You were supposed to come home from your business trip to Okinawa today, right? How is it over there? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I can't come home today since my flight's been delayed because of the typhoon. Oh, the weather's still bad over there? The typhoon's already passed, but the flight I was supposed to be on was delayed. I probably won't be able to get home by tonight, so I'm going to stay here for 1 more day. I see. Take care then. There's one more thing I want to talk to you about. You can see our house from the apartment you live in, right? What? Well, yes, I can. Can you see if the light in our house is on or not? Sure thing, I guess. Your house is right across the street and I can see it from my veranda. To tell you the truth, I can't contact my husband, even though he's supposed to be working remotely today. Considering the weather today, he's probably at home if he's a remote worker, right? It's fine if that's the case, but Ellen's elementary school is making the kids go home early today because of the typhoon. I told him about this, but he wouldn't reply. I'm worried about Ellen, so I would appreciate it if you could check in on her as well. So I should just check in on the house, right? Yep, thanks. Mrs. Banks? How is the house? Alexa, it's terrible! I found Ellen outside on her own in the middle of the typhoon. What? I take a look at your house from my veranda just like you told me to, which is when I saw Ellen curled up in front of your front door. I rushed and brought her into my house and made her take a bath. Luckily, she had no injuries, but she's just a 9-year-old girl. This is terrible. Why was she there? Was my husband Luther not inside the house? He probably wasn't. When I saw Ellen, my first thought was to bring her into your house and give her a bath. But when I tried to open the front door, it wouldn't open. I asked Ellen about it, and she said she forgot her keys in the house that morning. So I then brought her into my house. I gave her some hot milk when she got out of the bath, and she was probably so relieved that she's now sound asleep. So that's what happened. I was thinking about asking Ellen what exactly happened, but I thought that she needs to rest first, so she hasn't told me anything yet. Not knowing what happened makes me really anxious, but thanks for saving Ellen. If you don't mind, could you take care of Ellen until I get home? Of course. The rain is just getting stronger and stronger, so there's no way we can leave the house right now. Thanks, I'm counting on you. Still though, I wonder where Luther went off to. Me and my husband tried contacting him from both our smartphones, but he wouldn't reply. I gave him a brief explanation of what happened and told him that Ellen was safe with me, but my texts remain unread. But his car was gone, so it's likely that he went off somewhere. Understood. Thanks for the information. Can you tell me if you find out anything important? I know you have Ellen to take care of as well, so you don't need to exert yourself too much. It's fine. Me and my husband will take turns looking after her. Sorry for everything. I wouldn't know what to do without you.
Oh, hi, Alexa. You were texting me? I was so focused on my work, so I didn't notice until it was late at night now. Sorry, remote work is so scary because there's no one to tell you to take a break at times like this. I also had the text from your mom. Oh, I see, you couldn't come home because your flight was cancelled. Because of the typhoon, right? And Ellen is at your mother's apartment as well. Got it. Well then, I think I'll go to bed now. Good night.
Good morning, Mom. How are things over there? Alexa, I was just thinking about contacting you. I took a look at your house from my veranda, and I saw your husband coming home in his car. Did Luther have a sister or something? Nope, he only has one brother. Did something happen? You're probably going to be very surprised at this, but I'm sorry. I saw him going to your house with a young woman. Huh? Are you sure that's what you saw? Sorry, I know this is all so sudden. What? There's no reason for you to be sorry. You did nothing wrong, Mother. Anyways, I need to get home as soon as possible because I can't do anything from here. I'm about to board the airplane. I can come home as soon as I turn in some papers involving my business trip to my office. I'll go directly to your house. I'll probably be there a bit past noon. I understand. But still, I'm glad today was a day off. We're still taking care of Ellen, all right? Yep. Thanks. Luther, it looks like you were so focused on your work that you didn't notice my text until late at night yesterday. But didn't you notice that you had locked Ellen out?
What? Oh, yeah, sorry about that, Alexa. I'll express my sorry and gratitude to your mother later. Anyways, though, you're working now, right? You said you were gonna go to the office after your plane arrives, right? Must be tough having to work on a weekend.
Oh, I didn't say that I was going to work at the office.
What?
There are employees that go to work on weekends, but today's actually a day off for me, and I just had to go to the office to take care of something because my plane was delayed yesterday. I couldn't bring home important papers involving a business deal, you know? I just made a quick pit stop at the office to store the papers.
What? Does that mean that... Where are you right now, Alexa?
I don't know. Where do you think I am?
I have no idea. Why didn't you tell me?
Well, I guess there's no use hiding anything from you now that I'm already here.
What?
You're currently in her bedroom, right?
What?
Why don't you and the woman you're with come down to the living room?
What?
Of course, I'd appreciate it if you two put your clothes on.
Hey, hold on. Alexa? What do you mean exactly by that?
Are you actually pretending you don't know what I'm talking about? I know all of it now, you asshole.
Damn it. Shit! All of you just had to come. You didn't have to kick me out like that, you know?
I don't think that's what an asshole says after doing an asshole thing in a house that I own.
Why'd you have to call my mother as well, though? I was told not to come home to my parents' house because of that.
It's probably because your mother loves her only grandchild, Ellen, so much. And it's only been a few years since she divorced your father for cheating, right? To think that her own son would do the same thing. What you did was probably like rubbing salt in a wound that was yet to fully heal. No wonder she was furious with you.
Damn it.
Oh, that reminds me. I also told the husband of the woman you were with about the relationship you two were having.
You what?
They're also talking about divorce.
Hold on a minute. You knew who my girlfriend was, but you still...
Of course I did. You would think that it's obvious that getting caught with the wife of the CEO of the company you work at is a serious deal, but you still did it seems.
Shit.
You're probably going to go through a lot starting now, right?
Nah, don't do it.
I wonder if they'll even let you stay in the company. You thought that no one would find out you were skipping work and making out with your girlfriend instead, since you work remotely, right? It seems that you two went to a love hotel in the middle of a working day even.
How should I have guessed that I might have been caught even when I work remotely?
Apparently, it's not that hard to check if you're actually doing work, or not by looking at computer logs and at when you log in and logged off. It's amazing how much technology has advanced, don't you think?
Who cares about how much technology has advanced?
Well, we're done here, right?
What?
I booked an appointment at a lawyer's office tomorrow. I need to prepare for it.
A lawyer?
What are you surprised at? I told you about it the day I got proof that you were cheating on me, right? That I would hire a lawyer to make you pay an alimony, and also pay for Ellen's child support.
I don't have that much money. I'm even about to be fired from my job. Why are you getting so mad even? It's just one time I cheated on you. All you have to do is be a bit patient so we can work things out without having to divorce. I'm not paying you a cent. How'd you find out? I thought that no one would find me here.
Oh, you received the content certified letter, did you? I've already gotten hands-on information saying that you ran to your father's house.
What?
You see, your father deeply regrets that he cheated on your mother.
Huh?
You were wrong if you thought that your father, who had done the same thing as you in the past, would side with you.
What?
Basically means that your father is on my side.
Huh? What did you say?
Anyways, apparently you turned in your letter of resignation to your company.
So what if I did?
If that's the case, it seems your father's going to make you work at the construction company he's been working for ever since he and your mother got divorced.
Huh?
I only heard about it after your mother told me, but it was called the Iwanami Group, right?
The Iwanami Group?
Apparently they're famous for reforming social degenerates like you.
Any social degenerate can become an upstanding human.
Oh, so you knew their model.
So it wasn't just me imagining things when I thought that my father seemed different to who he was a few years ago?
Well then, good luck becoming an upstanding human.
Wait.
I won't wait.
I don't wanna!
Goodbye.
No!
Luther's father pretended to sympathize with Luther when he fled to him, but he actually told me about it immediately. Thanks to the work of my father-in-law, who is nothing like he was a few years ago and is now basically a saint, the Iwanami Group arrived 1 hour after me and Luther's final conversation. Luther was taken away in a black van screaming, "You lied to me!" It seemed that the CEO's wife was also sent to the Iwanami Group through a different acquaintance of hers. Thanks to them, I received the alimony asked for from both Luther and the CEO's wife. And I also received child support for Ellen every month.
After the divorce, it was decided that I would live with my parents. Ellen, who loves her grandparents, was overjoyed when I told her about it. I plan on overlooking the growth of this beautiful child as her role model and live from now on as an upstanding human being.
Liam, huge problem.
What's up? I'm having to go into overtime here at work, so could you make this quick for me?
I was just told that my dad got into a car accident and is on his way to the hospital right now in the back of an ambulance.
What? He was in a car accident.
I'm thinking of heading over there right now.
Right now?
My mom isn't around anymore to deal with things like this, and my brother is overseas with his wife on vacation. I have to be the one to go and see him.
What hospital is your dad being taken to right now?
He's going to the emergency room at Hopkins Hospital.
Huh? Hopkins? That's all the way over in Manchester, right? That's all the way out where your family's house is, right?
Yes. This accident happened close to his house while he was out. I'm sorry, but I am heading over there right now.
Wait. I just wanted to make sure of this, but in 2 days you'll still be around to make it, right?
In 2 days?
I'm talking about Taylor's wedding. My little sister, Taylor. Your husband's little sister's wedding is in 2 days.
I understand that she's having a wedding and all, but I'm not sure how my dad is going to be doing by then. At this time, I don't have an answer for you regarding that.
Well then, make sure you do something that'll lead to you making over here on time.
You can say that all you want, but I'm not sure how things will be at that time yet.
Listen, Clara, this is going to be my cute little sister's biggest day. No matter what else is going on, her wedding is your most important event.
I understand that her wedding is important, but I'm not just going to leave my dad if he's still in a terrible state.
I'll not allow you to cancel last minute on my sister.
And I'm telling you that I don't want to be absent from her wedding, but at this point in time, I'm not really sure what to say yet as my answer, considering I'm not even sure what's happened to my dad yet. Once I'm able to see how much damage he sustained in the accident, I will be able to give you an answer. For the time being, just let me be with my dad.
Jeez.
I'm going to go see my dad now. Good morning, Liam. This is about my dad.
Yeah? I'm sure you're going to tell me that you'll be able to make it to my sister's wedding, right?
I'm really sorry to have to say this, but I'm not so sure I can make it. Wait, you have to understand that I really do want to be there.
Your dad? Is he really?
Wait, he's not in that kind of a state right now, but he suffered some serious injuries in that crash. No one else from my family is able to come and be with him right now, so I'll have to stay by his side for the next couple of days to make sure things are fine.
Well, during the wedding, you can at least take that time to come out and be with us.
Please don't say something like that when my dad is in this state. It'll already take me 4 hours to just get to the wedding, and then that'll take half a day before I have to drive another 4 hours back. That's a whole day. I can't be away from my dad for that long when anything could happen to him in that time.
I think I'm telling you to make this wedding your priority.
I'll make sure to apologize to Taylor later on for this, so would you please lay off me?
Jeez. Tell me that this whole thing about your dad being in some accident is just a lie.
What?
You sure you're not just trying to cover up the fact that you're out cheating on me right now?
Why would I be cheating on you?
Well, if you're not, then come to this wedding. Look, you can't make such a big deal out of your dad getting into a simple car accident. What the hell was your dad thinking getting into a crash at this time? Don't tell me that he got into the crash on purpose for you.
You're really starting to take things too far now, Liam.
Do you really think you're in the position to be getting upset with me right now? If you don't come to my sister's wedding, like I've asked you to, then I'm going to divorce you.
All right.
Great. Now make sure you're there on time.
I'm going to prioritize my dad.
Huh?
I'll make sure to apologize to your sister later, so that should be enough.
What the hell is this? Do you have any idea what you'd be doing leaving a seat open like this in my sister's family seating? You really think I'm going to let you get away with doing something so insane?
Your sister happens to have some common sense, so unlike you, she would most likely get mad at you and defend me for not wanting to be at that wedding. Because she knows that my dad comes first when there's an emergency involving him.
Taylor would never get mad at me over that.
Anyway, I am prioritizing my dad. Also, I've already made sure to tell Taylor about how my dad got into an accident and that I won't be able to make it to her wedding.
Excuse me?
She still hasn't replied to me. But I think someone like her will be able to understand me.
What the hell have you done?
I need to start taking care of my dad now as he's getting ready for surgery, and I need to make sure he's prepared for that.
You hold it right there. I will not forgive you for cancelling on my sister. I'll tell you one more time. If you don't show up to that wedding, then I'm divorcing you. If you don't want that happening, then come to this wedding. Understand?
Clara, I'm so sorry for only just seeing your messages to me now. Is your dad going to be all right? Sorry for getting you all worked up about this, Taylor. He's not in life-threatening condition right now, but he has been very badly injured in that crash and is undergoing surgery now. That means, as for your wedding tomorrow, I don't mind you being absent one bit, so please don't be worried about me. You had told me before that right now your brother and his wife are overseas for work, right? That's right. Although my brother's wife will be coming back to the States here pretty soon to help out with my dad after things settle down a little. But since they're on the other side of the world right now, it's going to take her some time to get back here. So you really are the only family that can be with your dad right now then. I want you to stay right where you are beside him and make sure he's okay. Are you really okay with this? Of course. It's your family emergency after all. I understand that my brother is making a huge deal out of all of this right now, but he's the only one who doesn't seem to get it. I'm sure that he'll settle down soon here and come to understand things, but this is always the way he acts around me, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. But my parents and I have come to accept that he's just an idiot, so we leave him be until he calms down again. Ah, is that right? And this isn't even his wedding, so he has no right telling you that you have to be here or not. My fiancé and I are both aware that you can't make it, and that should be enough to get him to shut up. Now, you take really good care of your dad. Thank you, Taylor.
Hey, Clara. You still over there with your dad or something?
I am. For the time being, I'm going to have to go back and forth between the hospital and my dad's house. So that's why I've started staying at this house while he's still in the hospital.
Not only did you cancel last minute on my little sister's wedding, but you left me, your husband, here all by myself now.
My husband?
That's right, you are my freaking wife. The only thing you should be prioritizing is what I ask from you. Leave that old and dying man there by himself and come back to me. If you don't follow my command right now, then it's a divorce.
I know that, and that's why I already handed in the divorce papers for us.
What?
Just before the wedding, you told me that if I didn't come, that you would be divorcing me, right? And just yesterday, I got some mail from you that happened to be the divorce paperwork with all your signatures on them. And considering I didn't go to the wedding, I went ahead and handed in those papers for us.
Wait, I was just saying all that in order to get you to come.
But you even went and sent me the paperwork, right? You had signed all the papers and filled everything out for me. Seriously, you thought that you could just use divorce as a way of threatening me into doing everything you asked?
No, that's
Answer me right now, Liam. I mean, you always loved talking to me like you were at the top and knew everything and anything, so give me an answer.
Wait, would it be wrong for us to hand in our marriage papers again?
Excuse me?
Well, look, my little sister only just got married, and a few days later her older brother got divorced, and it seems like Tyler is really pissed at me right now.
Ah, you don't have to worry about all that. Everyone hates you now, including Taylor.
Huh?
Liam, from what I've heard, at Taylor's wedding you would not stop talking crap about how bad of a wife I was, right? Taylor had already known about what was going on with me and why I couldn't make it to her wedding. She even went and told all her friends and family about where I was, and they all agreed that it was better I stay with my dad than come all the way out there. But the moment you took a sip of alcohol, you started to shout about how you would divorce me for not listening to you. Things about how much you hated me and wanted to leave me and couldn't stand me anymore. And when people would walk away from you as you continued to go on and on about me, you started to yell louder, trying to get someone to come over and agree with you. I heard that Taylor's wedding wasn't even halfway over with yet before she had to get people to haul you out of there and lock the doors on you.
You know about all that as well?
After that had happened to you out of pure alcoholic rage, you went and sent me those papers, right? Anyway, you and I are divorced now. I'm pretty sure I've said all I've needed to you now, so consider this the moment where our ties are cut, please.
What the hell?
And don't act like you haven't been using some of my savings without asking.
What?
Just the other day, I was planning on paying for my dad's first round of medical bills while at the hospital, and so I had a look at my savings account. I saw on there that over the past couple of months, someone has been going through and taking out small amounts of money from there, adding up to around $30,000 in total. I was shocked to see that it was you doing that.
Where's the evidence that I did it?
When I had a look at where the money was being transferred to, there was your account number in the transaction history. What the hell have you been using my money on?
When I heard that Taylor would be getting married, I thought that I should celebrate, so I went to a strip club.
You went to a strip club?
Let me just tell you right now that I was not cheating on you. There was this one stripper that I was really into, but I was only going there to drink and watch her dance.
Oh, is that right? And then?
So, every time I went there, I was using my credit card to pay. I've been doing this for months, and after a while I went and had a look at my bank account, and realised I didn't have enough money to pay the debt off.
And so you took money out of my account?
When you and I went to the bank together, I got a look at your savings account number.
Jesus frickin' Christ, Liam!
This all happened before the divorce, so why do you care? And since you and I were married at the time, your money that you had saved up was the both of ours. So there's no problem with me taking some of it.
Well, that right there is a big misunderstanding on your part.
Huh?
That money that I've saved up from before you and I got married is protected by law and remains for only me to use. It does not ever become yours to use as well just because you and I got married.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you. But thankfully I already talked with your parents about all of this and they are paying me back. Along with things like the settlement I'm getting from you and all that. This means I'll be getting $40,000 from your parents, which you'll soon have to pay them.
$40,000?
Remember that it's your parents who will be asking for that from you next, so be ready. But you should mostly be prepared for just how pissed those two will be with you after what I've had to tell them.
No freaking way. They were already furious with me because of what happened at the wedding. $40,000.
Well, now that you're aware of all that, I am leaving. And I mean that as in I am never going to talk to you ever again.
Wait a sec.
What else do you want from me?
I'll help you take care of your dad from now on, so let me marry you again.
No thank you.
You replied to something like that quickly. You can't be serious.
Well, I don't want to be around you anymore.
Can't you at least put a little thought into it or something?
The reason I don't have to put any thought into my answer to you is because I've already thought long and hard about it, and have come to realize how much I hate you now. Even my dad is aware of what all you've been doing, and is so upset with you right now that if he wasn't in a hospital bed, he would be at your doorstep waiting for you to come out so that he could beat the hell out of you.
What?
That's all. Goodbye forever now, you pile of garbage. And that was it between Liam and I. I was only able to be married to Liam for about 1.5 years, but the fact that he cared too much about his sister and would even celebrate her by going to a strip club and all that made it pretty clear to me that he shouldn't have married me at all. As of right now, he's a divorced man and is hated by his little sister that he cared about way too much as a brother. Right now, he's still working at the same company he's always been a part of, but at that wedding, there happened to be a few of his coworkers there by coincidence. They all saw how he acted when he got drunk and watched as he was dragged out of the wedding. Since then, the workplace has been very tough on Liam, as he's surrounded by coworkers that are whispering about what happened with him all the time and giving him the cold shoulder. He's not able to leave his job there, though, as both of his parents are whooping his butt about paying them back that $40,000 they gave me. So until he's finished paying off his debt, he is stuck in that company. He can't even try to get himself fired either, because both his mom and dad told him that if they were to find out he left that job, they would make sure he could never work again. So for the time being, Liam will just have to put up with his new sucky life and hope that all of that cold shoulder and rumors about him don't drive him insane. I'm sure that even right now he's at work, hiding in some corner office as he tries to get anything done, all while listening to the whispers of his coworkers talking about how much of a jerk he is. As for things regarding my dad, he has finished going through all the surgeries he required, and is now just resting at the hospital. He should be out of there in another month or so, where he will then be able to start physical therapy with the support of myself and my sister-in-law. I've completely moved into his house now and found myself a job around here, and plan to stay here for the rest of my life, making sure that my dad is all right and doesn't get into another accident like that again.